So after our heartbreak in the promotion playoff final, we have got a transfer window to do. Some players want to leave. We probably need some better Swedish homegrown players, but we've got to prepare for another season in the second division. And this is the squad we've got, obviously, leading into that. So in terms of players who are leaving at the end of this season, obviously we've got a couple non-contractors we can release at any time. So the 4 players who will be leaving us, we're not going to offer new deals to. We've got Mellerode, Asamoah, Hampus Johnson and Altons, obviously the 2 players who joined us in the July, just didn't really fit in. There was no room for them. So they're both gone. And then Johnson or Johansson, probably just not good enough. And then Alton as well also is going to go. He's actually retiring for some reason at the ripe age of 23. So those players, just not good enough. I think we'll probably look to move some of these players on as well. I mean, Trebelsi at 1.5 star of current ability. I think it's just time to move these players on. So we're going to release him. Another one, obviously, being Fagerlon at 2 stars of current ability. I'm not going to release him just yet. But if as soon as we sign someone who can replace him, I think he's going to be one of the first players out the door. Other than that, though, obviously the team is as it is. I think in terms of the starting 11, we're strong there. I think we probably could do with a proper right back. I think we could do, obviously, a centre back as well. And then also we've got to consider that Heskey and Thiago both sent in transfer requests at the end of the window. Thiago has got a deal till the end of next season. And we don't really need to move him on. Financially, the club are in a really good place now, so we really don't need to force ourselves to sell anyone. We've got money in the kitty. Obviously, we can move this if we move it all into wage. We've already got $4,000 a week available, and that's before anyone leaves us. Obviously, we are still at a point where we're open probably to offers. Heskey's another one. He's put his transfer request in. He's only been okay, to be honest. So if we get a bid for him, I'll probably let him go, considering we've got Bafana who can also play there. I didn't realise he's probably more of a centre mid than a winger. Maybe we've been playing him in the wrong position. Maybe he should have been playing centre mid. But we've got Rio. I guess if we've got Fafana who plays on the left, we've got Tidstrand who, he really did let us down in that playoff final. But for the most part, he's been a good player. He's homegrown. As much as I'd want to move him on because he let us down, I mean, 9 goal contributions in 9 for a Swede. He's got to stay in. He's got to stay in. Legao, I will honestly would move on if we got a deal for him. The problem is he doesn't have any valuation at all. So we'll probably try and replace him as well. And then Ronnie Munker is someone we definitely want to keep around. He's, going to be a massive player for us. And to have him for the whole season is going to be huge. Other than that, Ivanovic is good. Epi is good. Like I say, we do need a right back. Probably need a centre back as well. I'm sure we have another centre back at the club. Yeah, Fernal Gill, he keeps getting away on internationals, but when he's fit, he's definitely involved. So we obviously got the loans will be leaving us as well. So I think overall we're left with a pretty decent squad if we move these players out who aren't going to be here. If we go and move Krupkin out as well, he's not going to be here. So if we look at the squad like this, Van der Laan will still be here. I've just moved out. Anyway, Johansson, I think, did we just release him? Or no, he's the one we're going to keep around, isn't he? Oh, no, that was Fagerlon, wasn't it? Fagerlon we're going to keep around. Where's he gone? Is he in the starting lineup? He is. So we'll move Johansson out. Fernal Gill is going to stay. And Heskey is going to stay for now, but we are open to offers on him. And then Rosberg's going to stay. He's going to be around as an option forever. So at the minute, there's quite a few leaving us, actually. So we should free up a little bit more money. We probably need, if we put him there, we probably need a right back. We could probably do with a really good striker. Obviously, some of these... Why is this our formation? This is not our formation. This looks weird. Why is it combined to put them in the middle? That's not right. It should be more like this. Anyway... Yeah, I don't know why this looks weird. I don't know why. Huh. Guess it should be more like this. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Anyway, I think they were just in weird positions. I guess we need to check for that when we're actually bringing subs on, that they're in the right place, in and out of possession, so they're not getting turned around. But yeah, for the most part, I think the squad's good. I think we will be in a promotion race next season. We finished 3rd in the league this season, and that was with quite a poor start as a newly promoted side. So if we can try and get ourselves in the automatic promotion places, I mean, we're only 8 points off now. If we can turn a lot of these draws into wins, we'd be there. So I think it's possible. Let's go hopefully sign some players. Obviously, won't be free transfers till 1st of Jan. And then hopefully by then, hopefully nothing really happens till then. And then we can come back for 1st of Jan and then start to look for some Swedish players. So one thing as well I forgot to mention is we did actually ask to go professional last time round. The board have rejected it, so we'll have a discussion, see if we can push them to get it full time. Yeah, they can't afford it. So I think the cut-off is normally like 1 million in the bank. As we've got 730, we're a little bit under that. So I don't think we need to go full time in this division anyway, but it would be nice. But yeah, it's just the way it is. We also do some sort of weird rookie all-star thing. It's very American, but we always manage this. I don't know why. Or we managed it last season. Maybe we aren't managing it this year, but some of our players are involved. I have no idea. I don't. It doesn't matter. But yeah. Anyway, we're not going professional, so we don't need to think about that. So with the money being a bit better at the club, we went and asked for some new facilities, some new youth facilities, youth recruitment, things like that. They said no to those two. We'll go in after this to talk more about that. But they did accept some training facilities. So it's going to cost 160k, which obviously comes straight out of the balance, which is good. Obviously, our facilities are all really poor. So is our stadium. So realistically, we probably do need some better stuff if we're to try and raise the reputation of the club, things like that. We've obviously got a lot of good young players with potential. So it's really daft that we don't have better recruitment and things like that. Obviously, there was no money at the club, but now that there is, I think we should definitely be spending it a little bit on facilities. So whilst we are a journeyman save, looking to obviously progress by moving to different clubs, at the minute, I'm quite happy here, and I think we are making progress on and off the pitch as a club. We're making progress as a manager as well. As you can see, we are slowly but surely getting better as a manager. So there's really no reason for us to leave. We've obviously got another deal till the end of next season, so we'll see how we get on. But yeah, let's go back in for the youth recruitment stuff and let's see if we can convince them to obviously improve it because they think that it's already good enough, which is crazy because it's really not. Okay, they definitely don't want to improve the youth recruitment. What about the facilities? Okay, I think maybe they've agreed to that. Yes, 190k there. So yes, that's obviously a good bit of the money. If we click continue, we've offered a lot of trials to some English players and things like that who were still out of contract. But that's put us down to 380k. So honestly, not bad because we don't spend that much during the season. And again, we'll have another big lot of money come in at the end of the season. So I think that's good. We're improving these from poor to whatever the next one is. So both of those will get improved. I think what was it? Hang on. It's March 2030. So yeah, May and March 2030. So we should be okay. So yeah, some progress off the pitch. Obviously, we need to keep some money in the club, but we definitely don't need as much. We definitely should be investing some of it. So I am going through. There's a couple English players who've agreed to come on trial, so we'll take a look at them. The rest of them have just rejected us, which is fair enough. I say English players, I don't mean English nationality, I mean they were from English clubs. So still looking for that. We're not a free transfer date for Sweden just yet, so I'm just going back to the old well of English clubs for now. We've reached the 1st of Jan, which means some of the players have gone. So Roda's gone, John Hansen's gone, Alton's gone, and Asamoah have gone. Also, there's obviously players who are contracts are ending this year. Quite a few of the loans have finished, so they're all gone as well. So that means coming into it, we've got 5.25 grand available in wage to spend, which is definitely enough for our level. He doesn't look very good. I'm not interested in him. But yeah, so we've got a decent enough squad to start the season with. I think if we had to start now, don't know why he's going on the 1st, so he'll go soon. One player I forgot we actually had, Rigo Robinson, still at the club, so we'll try and move him on. Not had any interest in him. I don't think he's going to be useful anymore. Not had any interest just yet in Heskey, but obviously we'll keep an eye on that. Same with Thiago as well. Not had any bids, but the transfer window is just open here in Sweden. Falls has got a bit of interest. He's got a 2-year deal, so really don't need to sell him. He's one of our best players. Ronnie Monker, weirdly, no interest in him, even though he's been by far and away our best player. So yeah, no interest in anyone else. So we don't need to worry too much about players exiting. Let's hopefully go and try and sign some players. Like I say, 1st of Jan, all the Swedish clubs will release players. So let's go start getting a lot of trialists in. We've got our first new player in the door, Jesper Zetterlund. Obviously, with the Swedes, there's always a lower bar. We just don't seem to be able to pull in proper good players from Sweden. I think it's just our reputation in the nation. But Jesper Zetterlund joins us. He's homegrown in nation, of course. 2.5 stars, recurrent ability, so a decent player for the division. Pretty cheap, £250 a week till the end of the season, 1-year deal. He's been in and around the league, to be fair, for a long, long while. Played 20 games in the season, last season for Sandviken. So has done okay. Probably, like I say, better at First Division North, South level. But yeah, he's homegrown. He's obviously a winger, so he can basically just sit in as one of the options to play on the wing. So happy with that. First signing in. Hopefully more to come. Another one in the door, not a Swede. For some reason, this guy's just come up on our radar. Jaden Quashie joins us. He is an English 23-year-old centre mid. He joins us on a bit more money, £675 a week. So I think that makes him the highest paid player at the club. Yeah, we are seemingly needing to start. I think we need to up our wage that we're offering if we're to really attract a higher quality player. But he's a leading player at this level with Premier Division quality, leading Premier Division quality in the future. He's from Fulham's academy, had a loan to Linfield back in like 5 years ago now. He's basically just not playing football. But he's going to be coming in. He's going to replace Thiago, who has had a bid accepted for him. So there's every chance he will be leaving the club. He has had, a bid for 100k and 140k. Let's just reject the 100k one. We don't need him going there. 140k would be fine. We're still trying to move Rico Robinson on. Not had any bids for Heskey just yet, so we'll offer him out, see if we can get any deals for him lined up. Obviously, not, we don't need to get rid of him, but for someone who doesn't want to be here, we might as well. Whereas Rico Robinson, ideally, we would move on, even if it's just a loan. So another one in, obviously not homegrown, which is not ideal, but it's a replacement for Thiago, who's going to be leaving us. So it's one in, one out in that case, I guess. So another one in, and I guess what's probably happened is now that our reputation's gone up, the players that we maybe looked at or were released earlier in July and in England and what have you have kind of been more available to us now that we've gone up. So Carell Wilson joins us. He looks like a real co. He is 14. He's 25 years old. I was looking at the valuation. 25 years old in on a 1-year deal with an optional extension. He's a decent Premier Division player already, leading Premier Division player. Definitely quite quick and physical. Technicals and mentals are really just kind of okay, well-rounded. He can play on either side, so he's definitely going to be a good addition to the club. He is from Chelsea's academy, then went to Swansea, has been in and around, went on loan to the National League with Yeovil, went to the Scottish Prem with Falkirk, went on loan recently to MacArthur in the Australian League, so never really found a home, but he honestly looks quite good, and he obviously shows up as our rating as quite a good player as well. So he's in, probably also straight into the lineup as well. What that means for Fofana, I'm not quite sure. I think for now, we would probably move him to striker to replace Legao. Legao's honestly one I'm considering just selling. He's not really hit the heights that we expected him to. He's not really getting any better either. So I think there's a case for just moving Legao on. So we are going to put him on the transfer list, hopefully get him a move, because he's a non-homegrown player, which means obviously we can only take up so much. The other option is to do it probably like this, get Tidstrand up top, because I guess he is naturally a striker, so I think that probably works a little bit better. So Wilson comes in on the right. He's quick, he can get crosses in, and then Quashie obviously with Rio. Ivanovic, Fernogil, Epia probably still need a right back, and then obviously we've got the goalkeeper. We do need to get 2 Swedes in the starting 11, then have a fully Swedish bench, so Legao probably going to miss out. I still think a proper good striker would be good. Obviously Fofana is okay, he's fine. I think if we've got someone better in for him, that would be good. Centre backs, obviously we could probably do with a better centre back if possible, but for now I think we're happy. Right back, definitely a concern, and striker I think are the main 2 positions we really need. But other than that, need some Swedes. Always struggle to get Swedish players. So this is a bit of an odd one, but we've signed Andres Montano. I don't know where he came from. I think he's just been, he's been in the Colombian lower league, scoring absolutely loads of goals for a team called Rojo, I'm not sure. Physically looks very, very good. Honestly, he's got some really poor technicals around like heading. He's only 5'8", but which is not really that short, but his jump and reach is really bad. He basically can't get off the ground. But look at how quick he looks. Honestly, I think we should get him into the first team. Decent first division elite. he's just so quick. I honestly think his physicals alone will make him good at this level. So I'm going to get him in. And honestly, I'm going to try starting him up front because I think, like I said, physicals alone, he could come in and be quite the player for us. He suits being a channel forward. He's very, very quick. And if he can start to finish, I mean, he's got a little bit of potential as well to get better. So honestly, with how many goals he's scoring, I think he could be one of them where he doesn't scout very well, doesn't look very good from the stats, but then once you actually see him play, he's good. So I think for now, Fofana probably drops to the bench. Obviously, I'm not going to hang my hat on Montano being any good, but he's also got Ronnie Moncur next to him, who is very, very good. So I think it's an improvement on Legao, who's not got any interest at the minute. We've still not had any interest for Thiago. Sorry, we've had interest for Thiago, not gone through yet. We've not had any bids yet for Heskey or Robinson, so still trying to find one there. But yeah, honestly think it's a good move. Obviously, he's not homegrown, so we need obviously to put Tidstrand back on the wing if we were to go with this. But I think it's a weird one, but I think it might work. He's also on a non-contract as well, so it's really like no risk. A couple bits of business. We've had a transfer go through for a lad called Johnny Jameson, not sure. He is a United States right back. He can also play left back as well. Pretty two-footed, to be fair. Very good physically, technically and mentally, not the best, but he's into Miami's academy. Actually played a handful of games for them in the MLS as well as the second side as well, but definitely been out of sorts recently. He's a good First Division elite player with Premier Division potential. His contract's actually out at the end of next season, so we get him in for a loan, see what he's about, and then if he's any good, we might be able to sign him on a permanent. Another transfer that's on the way out, so Bohemians from Ireland have come in for Jaden Heskey, so 100k for there. We've also had offers for a couple of the teams that come in for Thiago as well, so it looks like both of them are going to be on the way out. We've had a couple of other contracts that we're offering at the minute, just trying to get things moving in the right direction there. But at the minute, squad is looking good. We obviously still probably need striker. We still need to move a couple of players on. We probably need a right back. But yeah, just Swedish players are just impossible to find. So Thiago has left the club, unfortunately. Obviously, he wanted to leave, so there's nothing we could really do too much about it. He's obviously a really good player. Shame to see him go. But he came in, did half a season, left for 140k. So, I mean, if we're talking about player, swapping and things like that, it's really not a bad thing at all. So we'll put him on an indefinite shortlist. You never know, it could become available again, or we might even buy him back in years to come once we've got a bit more money, or when we move to a different club. There's always the opportunity for that. But yeah, that obviously gives us quite a bit more money that goes straight into the transfer kitty as well. So hopefully we can well, we've got the budget, obviously we can move it into wage if need be. But yeah, bit of a shame. We've already signed his replacement though in Kwashi. Probably not quite as good, but he's obviously English, got more potential, or got just as much potential. So it's not the end of the world. We're obviously expecting to lose Heskey still as well. Still haven't found any offers for Robinson or Legao. Fofana's got a bit of interest, as has Vols, but until offers come in, we don't really need. So another one in the door is Errol Mundle-Smith. He is a 23-year-old English winger. He can also play up front, which I think is probably where we're going to play him. He looks more like a striker to me, but if not, he can always play on the right as well. He's 4 stars of current ability, a decent Premier Division player already with leading Premier Division potential. He is on big money, $1,000 a week on a 2-year deal, so we really need to get something out of him. If we don't go up, he's also got a £0 release clause. If we go down, he's got a £0 release clause, which isn't going to happen. And then if we don't go up, he's got a £100,000 release clause as well. I think he may have some sort of extension. No, he doesn't. It's just a straight 2-year deal. So he's formerly of Norwich, went out on loan to the National League, League One, as of late. Not really a big goal scorer, but at this level, very consistent physical stats. He should be quite good. And honestly, I think it'd be a good signing for us. So he's in on a free. So he'll probably slot in as our new striker. Obviously, Montano then probably goes to the bench. But I think that's a good player to have amongst the squad. Legao, obviously, probably going to go out. He's got a loan offer, so he's going to go out on loan most likely. Still not had any other deals for Robinson. Obviously, Montaigne then drops to the bench. How exactly we do the front four, obviously Fofana is still here as well, so we need to find a place for him, whether that's sell him or get him involved, because we really can't have all of these. I guess the other option is to put one of them on there and then just have Tidstrand on the bench, but obviously we need to have a full bench plus 2 in the 11. We really need another Swedish player, but we just can't find any. So Jaden Heskey's left the club. He's went to Bohemians on a £100,000 deal. Again, joined us in the July, only played 11 games, and we've moved him on for a big profit. So again, that goes straight into the bank balance, goes straight into the transfer budget. So there's definitely more money to play with, which is good. Doesn't really help us in terms of the squad, but we kind of have too many wingers anyway. We've already signed Wilson, who's probably just as good, if not better than him anyway. So with him already here, we've already got Fofana and Montau we can't get in the squad. Montanau, sorry, that we can't get in the squad. We've got Mundell Smith as well. Could also, I mean, why don't we do something like this? Put Mundell Smith on the right and then Tidstrand along with Moncur. I think that is probably the best front four we've got at the minute. I think that makes more sense because Tidstrand was quite good on the wing, so we might try him up front. 6 goals in 9. We really should be having him in the starting 11, to be fair, just on his ability. So I think for now, that's probably our best front four. And then obviously Fofana and Montano would be our other options should we get them involved. But I definitely want to get more. I want to see some of Montano as well. I think he could be a weird player who'll just do well for us. Still trying to move Rico Robinson on. He's got a lot of loan interest, but haven't actually had any offers come in just yet, but we'll see what happens there. Still looking to get Legao out, not had any more interest since the loan offer. I think that's the only one that's come in so far. So I think at the minute we're looking good. Not had any transfer offers for Vols. He's on a 2-year deal anyway, and his valuation isn't that high. So I think we're good. We obviously could do with more Swedish players in. We'll probably look at the loans once we get later in the window, because I think the transfer window technically doesn't actually open till the 29th anyway. So Murray Legao has left the club. He's went out on a season-long loan to a team in the third tier of Portugal. Is that the PT Championship? It could be. I know that's his third division, but obviously it's like League One isn't the first division kind of thing. So I think that's the third division. Might be the second division. I'm not really sure. I mean, that doesn't look... Yeah, this looks too regionalised. I guess that's... Don't know. Don't worry about it. I'm pretty sure it's lower leagues anyway. So he's went out on loan. So obviously we'll just put him into the under-19s for now. Don't need him in the squad. Robinson's had a lot of loan offers, so we've offered him out as well. And then at the minute, nothing else really happening. So I think we're good. Obviously, we've got a... maybe need another striker in, but with, obviously a few players who we've currently got out wide. I mean, we could always play like a Wilson as a striker, or Mundell Smith could be a striker. We don't know how they're going to fare playing on the wing, so they might actually be better off as a striker. It could be something like that, So I guess we'll just see as we go, as we try it out. But at the minute, I think we just need a right back, and I mean, if we can get a centre back improvement on Fernald Gill now, that would be good. But if not, I mean, obviously we've got saving money for July. It has worked for us in the past. We've got a good bit of money. Obviously, we can put more of it into wage. We can move some of the scouting budget as well into transfer budget into scouting budget, which I think makes sense. Move all of this into wage. Now we've got $7,000 available, so we've definitely got money for more free transfers, and we've definitely got a big healthy balance for when we do get to July. Club finance is obviously really good as well. We don't even spend that much on wages. Obviously that's going up now. As you can see, the average wage at the club is definitely gone up. We're spending $7,000 a week now, nearly $8,000 a week, so it'll definitely cost a bit more to the club, and obviously there's not too much money comes in during the season, but I think it'll be worth it. I think the squad we're building this season is going to be better. Media prediction so far is just 8th, so we've still got a bit of work to do to get into the top, but we overperformed that last season. I think we were somewhere down here and we finished 3rd. So if we're somewhere around here by the end of the window, I think we've got a chance for promotion this year. So we had some loans lined up. I wanted to wait till they come in before I mentioned them. We've also signed a player as well for money. Yeah, all homegrown except for Johnny Jamison. Obviously, you already knew Johnny Jamison. He's going to probably be our starting right back. provided we can get him in the squad. Obviously, if we can't, then it's going to depend on homegrown stuff. But we've signed a couple others anyway, which will hopefully help us. So Tor Cederholm is a 20-year-old Swedish right back. He's a leading first division player. He comes in on a loan, a free loan till the end of the season from IK Braga of the Premier Division. We've then got Milo Anderson Vaxel. He is a right back. Can also play centre back, left back. Again, options there. Leading first division player. Again, not too much money there. A free loan from IK Sirius, who are in our league. Then we have Elliot Eld, is a 22-year-old Swedish centre-back. Actually looks quite decent. Is a good first division player with decent Premier Division potential. So I actually think what we're going to do is probably put him in for Fernal Gill. I think he's probably just as good as Fernal Gill. So there's no reason not to get him in when he's homegrown. I think that then allows us to probably put Johnny Jamison in at right back, and then this looks a lot more balanced. It starts to look a lot more balanced. Obviously, we need a full a complement of homegrown on the bench. So if we look at that now, that's perfect. That gets 2 in the starting 11 in Tidstrand and Eld. Obviously, it does mean someone like Fernal Gill maybe misses out. He's out of contract at the end of the year. I'm not really sure what to do with him because he's obviously not going to be a starter for us. But we don't want to sack him off until we see what Eld's like. Begalon is on a non-contract, and because we've just got so many right backs and centre backs and left backs and everything now, we really don't need him, so he's going to go. Montano obviously is on a non-contract, and Fofana is obviously tied down, so we'll see how we go with them. Obviously, we could release Montano if we just don't end up using him, or just chuck him in the under-19s, but I'm happy to keep him around. Obviously, with the non-homegrown players, as soon as one gets injured or suspended, it allows one of the other two to come in. So it's always good to have them. So I think at the minute we've got a goalkeeper, we've got a lot of choices at right back. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention the other one we signed. Raymond Ajay is a 25-year-old Swedish right back / left back, 2.5 stars of current ability, decent first division league player. Joined us on a 1-year deal. We signed him for 10 grand. He was previously of Malmo, was playing in Serbia for a team called Makva, doing okay for them in whatever division he was playing in. 10 grand just to get him in before his contract ended. And again, yeah, he's someone who's homegrown, can play either side. It's a good signing. It seems like EP has got some interest, so hopefully nothing comes in for that. But if it does, we'll ask for a lot of money. So I honestly think we're in a really good place now, especially now that the loans and stuff have come in. Look pretty decent. Obviously, we've got plenty of players who can play a right back, which is good. We've got a left back. We've got centre backs. We're probably missing like a true centre mid replacement. I think we're a little bit light there. So I guess Zetterland would probably be the only one really. He's homegrown. He'd probably be the only one who could play there. Obviously, we're looking to move Rico Robinson on, so that's probably an area we look at. I'm thinking, do we offer Fofana out? Because I mean, he was good last year. He did kick up a fuss at one point though. He's only got a year left on his deal, and he's got a bit of interest in him. I mean, if we just offer him out and then see what happens. He would prefer to stay at the club. You know what? We'll keep him around. But we've got quite a lot of good wingers. I guess to be fair, if one of them got injured, we probably would need Fofana. So yeah, we'll keep Fofana around, Montano as well. But other than that, I think yeah, we're in a good place. We obviously could do with a really good striker to partner with Ronnie Moncur. But we've obviously got Mundell Smith and players like that who could come in. So it's a little bit of an unknown exactly what the starting 11 is going to be like. But I think it'll be something like this. Rico Robinson is out the door. He's gone on loan to Borden's BK, who are in the league below. So he's going to go out on a season-long loan there. His contract's out at the end of the year. Probably the last we see of him. Obviously joined us on a free way back when from Nottingham Forest. Helped us get promoted into this division. The second division was really good in the third division, but not really cut out for the second division. So he goes out on loan, back down to the third division. Will probably be a good player there, but his time with us is probably done. So Luca Fernal-Gill has agreed a deal to leave the club. Obviously, with the Swedish centre-back coming in, probably replaces him. Probably doesn't leave him much room to really get in the squad. Obviously, he's still got a bit of potential, but I think it's time he moves on. So he's going to go to a team called Defence Force in the Trinidad League, I think it is. So that's like the military or something. Bit of a weird move for him, but he's going back home basically. So 3 stars of current ability, 4-star potential. Yeah, he could have made it, but he was out of contract at the end of the year. he hasn't really been that great. I mean, he was good in the First Division North, but then in the First Division, he was only okay. I think like I said, I think we've already got better centre back in Eld anyway. I know he's only in on loan, but they were both only in on year deals anyway, and the idea would be in July we'll probably find a better player anyway. But he is going to be with us for 6 months anyway. He doesn't leave until the 11th of June, so he's going to be with us for 3 months. Sorry, well, yeah, around 3 months once the season starts. So he's still going to be an option for a little bit. Fofana's also had a deal accepted for a couple teams from his home nation of Mali. Again, he has still got potential. He was a decent player for us, but I think we need to be aiming higher. I think we've already got better wingers in Wilson, Mundell, Smith, Tidstrand homegrown as well, Zetterlund homegrown. So obviously not the best, but I think there's enough here to let these players go. We've also got an offer for Vanderlaan accepted as well. Again, a decent player, but just probably not good enough. Yes, he's Swedish, but he's probably not good enough. And when we've already got Anderson Vaxel, who's in on loan, with the same, amount of quality, we might as well let our permanent players go. So it's a little bit of a risky business, but I think what we're thinking, how we're thinking is going to work out. At the minute, this is the team. Obviously, we would need a Vanderlaan replacement as or leave the space open. But yeah, we are looking to bring some more players in. Obviously, we're still working on that. Got a couple of players that we're looking at the minute. So it's still, it's still a work in progress, but I think we are making improvements in the squad. I do believe it. We have signed another player. Leandro Morante comes in. It just came up as available. Contract was out at the end of June, and he was available, happy to move now. So he comes in. He is our most expensive player, but he's a senior player, which is probably something we have been lacking. He has played at a very decent level. He's been in and around the sort of second division of France, third division with Chan as well. So he comes in. 4 stars of current ability. He's a decent Premier Division potential player. Decent Premier Division player. He is on 1.4 grand a week. It is a 2-year deal as well, so it's slightly expensive. But he is 6'4". He's not the quickest, but he's an experienced centre back. I think it's perhaps not the best signing. It looked better than it was on paper, but at 4 stars of current ability, he's just a big, hard centre back. I think he'll be a good option. And yes, he is perhaps a little bit on the more expensive side, but when you put him in, 4 stars. I mean, you've got to think that's a good player. It does mean we're obviously need to get another in the starting lineup. How we do that exactly, I don't know. Whether it would be probably something like a J comes in like that, and then obviously Jamison would have to miss out. Where's he gone? Yeah, Jamison would obviously have to miss out. So it would be something like this. So yeah, so it would probably end up like this. We've also got Fofana's deal to go through. Again, it's going to be one of them where he goes in June, but we'll stay around until then. So we'll have them for a little bit, but we probably won't use them unless we need to, because they're obviously leaving the club. So happy to keep them around, get them involved if need be, but for the now, we don't really need them. So at the minute, I think it looks something like this. Ajay obviously comes in, decent player. I think he can definitely do a job, better than Fagerlon. Probably equal to Ivanovic, to be fair, on the right-hand side. So Rio, obviously, partnering with new boy Kwashi, and then a bit of a new front two wingers, Mundell, Swift, Wilson, and then Tidstrand, Moncur. I think this works. Ideally, I want to get Montagno involved in some capacity, because I do think he's going to be a good player, but yeah, we'll see with him. He's a bit more of just an experiment. I'm not really that fussed if we don't get him involved and we just release him. So, well, so far, yeah, so good. If we look at the media prediction now that we've done a bit more business, we're up in 7th, so a little bit higher. So again, I think we should be aiming for 3rd as a minimum. I think we should be trying to get in the top 2 and try and get promoted this year. So Vanderlaan's contract has also gone through. Weirdly, he's not actually leaving until July as well. I didn't realise he was actually going over the sea. So he's going to Pombal, which is a team in Portugal as well. So he's going there. I don't know why he secured that move, but nevertheless, he's going. So yes, he is someone, again, we can use. We'll probably just chuck him on the bench to fill out our homegrown quota. But yeah, we'll probably not use him too much with him going out. So at the minute, I think we still could do with a striker maybe, but then where does Tidstrand go? It's a bit of an awkward one because we've probably got enough good strikers, really. You probably either put Wilson or Mundell Smith there. and then it's probably something more like this, but this might work as well. I don't know which way around. I mean, definitely not that way around from Wendell Smith. So I think we're okay. Honestly, think we're in a good place. I think if we were to get anything else in now, it's probably got to be homegrown players that are actually better than what we've got on the bench, or I guess it would have to be maybe a left back if we could improve on Ivanovic. But he actually came into his own near the end of the season, actually started playing quite well. So I don't really know. I guess maybe a left back would be a good player to get. I honestly don't think we need an improvement on Moncur. He's brilliant for this level. 9 and 15. We don't need an improvement on him. So I don't really know where we need improving at this point. It's really just press and continue, and if someone interesting pops up, we go for it. We've got a lot of money left. We've got transfer budget. We've actually got a little bit more budget because I sold some clauses. I'll see if there's any other. I think there is another one to sell as well. Yeah, Dennis Kudanov. So we'll get his money in as well. So that's like 165k straight in. And obviously we've got loads of money in the bank now. So we're looking good. I think next season, once we get our money again for the end of the year, we should be trying to go professional, even if we don't go up. But ideally, if we get promoted, it'll just auto make us go professional, because I think we're ready for that step up now financially and just as a club. I think obviously we can still try and push the board to make improvements in youth recruitment and things like that. Maybe, yeah, get some staff in, a set piece coach. I mean, I could do with a bigger pay increase, but I won't ask for it. Junior coaching budget. Yeah, so I think if we ask for all this stuff, and while we've got the money coming in, perhaps we shouldn't have sold that one because he's actually got quite a big valuation. Whatever, it's done now. I don't think we can get him back. Has he been playing? Sort of. I guess we'll keep an eye on Kudanov. We might be able to bring him back on loan. We could have brought Kluwer or Plantinga back on loan, but they're not really better than what we've got. So I think we actually were quite smart to sell them when we did. But yeah, I think at this point we just click continue, and like I say, we've got a few pre-season games, but we might just be back for the end of March, because I don't really think we need to do much else. So unless someone interesting pops up, I think we might be just about done quite early. We signed another player. I did say we probably don't need one, but this guy came across us and he actually looks really, really good. Samuel Ramos is a 21-year-old Swedish striker. So he's homegrown at Nation. He came through the academies of Jurgensen's and Hammarby, then went on loan into Norway, then just seemed to go on a free to Casapia in Portugal, and scored an absolute boatload for their B team. He got 6 in 30 in the second division in Portugal as well, but scored an absolute load for their B team. So don't know what the level is, but honestly looks very, very good. He can only really play as a striker, but I honestly think he goes straight into the starting lineup along with Moncur, and then Tidstrand probably drops to the bench, and I guess we just take Vanderlaan out. So yeah, I think honestly that's pretty good. I mean, I think it definitely improves us. And I think he's probably better than Tidstrand. It's harsh on Tidstrand because he was really good last season. So there's obviously options for him to come in, if we need to get someone else in the squad, things like that. I don't know where we're going to get Montano in now. It's going to be hard to get him in, but I still want to keep him around. I think he's good. But yeah, this guy comes in. Honestly, I think he looks really good. We are paying quite a bit for his loan, actually. It's he's on 2.4 grand a week there. I don't know why. He's not out of contract just yet, but it will be in June, but he's got an optional extension. So if he does well for us, they might extend him anyway. But if he does run his contract out, then we do have a chance to get him. They want him to be a centre forward. He's going to be a channel forward, but £950 a week. So it does take a little bit. It takes a chunk out, but I think it's a good signing. So again, I wasn't really looking for one, but he's homegrown and a good player. I mean, he's a good first division elite player with Premier Division potential. Get him in now, you never know, we might be able to get him in on a permanent if he likes it here. So again, I think we're just improving this. I think we've had a very good window. I think this is probably the best window in, the best winter window we've ever had. Well, not ideal. Yeah, not ideal. Leandro Morante is basically going to be out for quite a while. The last home game of the season. Maybe this is why the boy hasn't been playing enough. He's a little bit older, and this is what happens when you pay $5 grand for an old boy. He's got injured. He's going to be out we're paying nearly half as much as we paid him to get a specialist. Apparently, we can give him an injection, so he'll be available for the next match, and then we'll be out for 7 to 8 months. That seems stupid. So he's going to go out for 4 months. We're going to pay the 2.5 grand for that. But that is Really disappointing. So he's going to be, I mean, he's our highest earned player, and he's going to be straight out, which is not ideal. And then I've just realised Epi is suspended for the first game of the season. We've left ourselves quite short here. So I think we're going to have to go with this for the first game of the season. Ideally, Epia will be back. But it does, I guess, mean... And he's ineligible. Why is he ineligible? Oh, because we're playing the team he's on loan for. Fair enough. Yeah, so that means these two obviously come out. But it does mean Montano can come in. Does it mean Jamison can come on the bench as well? Or is that... Yeah, Jamison could be on the bench as well. So everyone should get a debut. Obviously, Morante, going to be a while till we see him. We may move him on next season. Okay, he's just straight injured. It's not straight in and injured. It's not ideal. So I think we'll be okay. I think, yeah, it's not ideal, but we'll obviously have to play with Eld. I don't mind him starting, but the other new boy, Anderson Vaxel, not quite as good. So we'll see. We'll see how he gets on. Obviously, 5'8", not really a centre back as well. Really more of a... Can Tidstrand play centre back? What a weird boy this Tidstrand is. He can play everywhere. Maybe we'll play him at centre-back. We won't. But yeah, so that is it. I mean, I've done all the pre-season now. We're not quite at the first game of the season, but there's nothing else going to happen between now and then, so I guess we'll just end it there. But pre-seasons all went good. Final look at the season media prediction. 7th still, so... I think, though, we should be in a promotion race. Obviously, going to be a little bit difficult with the first game without our centre-backs, but EP is only going to miss one game? Yeah, one match. So he'll be back straight in, obviously, once he's back from his suspension. Morante, yeah, going to be a little while. I guess the other option, I forgot. Why don't we just bring Luca Fernal Gill back in? Yeah, let's do that. I mean, we got Vanderlaan as well. This is big brain time, so I guess... Fernal Gill will probably play, actually. And I guess we've got Vanderlaan as well if we needed a better player. So, yeah, this guy's probably not going to play, so we'll chuck him on the bench. Probably means one of them isn't going to get in. Probably not Jamison, actually. We'll probably have to leave him out. And probably play Fernal Gill. But, yeah, I think that works. Let's just click continue so I can chuck him in. It's annoying that you have to click continue to get a player you've moved up to show up in the... There we go. So he comes in. Yeah, that looks a little bit... That's a bit better. That is definitely a little bit better. And I guess we can't put Jamison on the bench. No. So it was either Jamison or Montano's going to have to miss out. I really want to play Montano. I want to see what he's about. So I guess we'll put him on the bench. His potential's actually gone up. Premier Division potential. I think he'll be good. I honestly think he'll be good. Do we start him? No, we'll start Ramos because I think he's... the one we're probably going to go with. So yeah, everyone's, well, they were mostly fit, but it seems like they've dropped off for some reason. Anyway, whatever. Hopefully we'll be all fine. But yeah, I think that'll do it for now. So I honestly think that's the best window we've had in the winter window. I think the squad is definitely improved. Obviously got a lot of players out of contract, but some of them have got, like Kirill Wilson, for example, he's got an extension. Kwashi's got an extension. I think Rio doesn't. Ivanovic doesn't. So there's a couple of players we'd have to offer new deals to. Obviously some players on the bench as well. But in terms of the starting 11, there's a few out of contract. A couple of them we can just extend. I'm kind of just waiting to see how they get on. I'm sure someone like Wilson will be good. But just in case they're not, we don't have to extend them early. Excuse me. So Fernal Gill comes in. Probably his last game for the club, to be totally honest with you. But yeah, I guess we'll just bring him in while we've got him. So I guess it's useful. For now, we've just chucked Vanderlaan and Fofana. I guess we might as well bring Vanderlaan in as well, actually, just to sit on the bench whilst we've got a homegrown space available rather than just have the space. Fofana, obviously, he's just going to sit in the under-19s unless we really need him. I'm saying I'm keeping Rosberg around forever. I guess I am, but at a certain point we may have to just let him go because he's just never going to play, which is just weird. But at the minute... Oh, there's Krupkin, our old boy. Well, we don't need him. But yeah, I think that's it. So we'll leave it there. And then next episode, we'll have our first games of the season, IK Braga and Kalmar. Let's just see whereabouts are they expected to finish. So we've got Braga, who are meant to be third. And then we've got... Where are Kalmar? Did I miss them? Kalmar FF, is that it? No, IK Braga's first. So we've actually got probably one of the hardest games in the league first. So if we can get a win there... We actually got two pretty tough games. So yeah, I guess we'll just see how we get on. But if we can get some wins there... We'll definitely feel good about our promotion chances. But that's going to do it for now. Thank you for watching this long transfer special. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed all the wheeling and dealing, and I'll see you all for more very soon.